Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin. Arjuna's action, embracing his duty with spiritual clarity. This final part of the Bhagavad Gita marks the resolution of Arjuna's internal conflict and his decision to act in alignment with Krishna's teachings. After receiving profound wisdom from Krishna on devotion, action, and surrender, Arjuna's heart and mind are now aligned with the divine will. He is no longer paralyzed by doubt or fear, but is ready to engage in the battle, knowing that he is fulfilling his higher purpose. In this concluding dialogue, Krishna reassures Arjuna that by performing his duty without attachment to the outcome, he will transcend the cycle of birth and death and attain liberation. Arjuna's choice to fight becomes a conscious decision to surrender to the divine plan and act with pure devotion, wisdom, and integrity. Arjuna's inner transformation, from doubt to clarity. Arjuna's internal journey has been one of deep confusion, sorrow, and moral dilemma. At the start of the Gita, he was overwhelmed by the prospect of fighting against his family and friends and was paralyzed by fear and attachment. But through Krishna's teachings on the nature of the soul, the importance of dharma, righteous duty, the significance of devotion, and the role of detachment, Arjuna has transformed. Now, as he speaks to Krishna, Arjuna's words reflect a profound shift in his consciousness. "O Krishna, my doubts are dispelled, and my heart is free from sorrow. I now understand the supreme truth, and I am ready to act. I will no longer hesitate in my duties. Whatever the outcome, I am guided by your wisdom, and I will fight for the greater good." Arjuna's statement signals his resolution to transcend the limitations of the ego and fulfill his duty as a warrior. He understands that his personal attachments, fears, and emotional responses are part of the material world, but the higher purpose he is called to serve is eternal and divinely inspired. This moment is a powerful one for anyone facing doubt or uncertainty in life. Arjuna's transformation exemplifies the human capacity to overcome inner conflict by gaining spiritual wisdom and aligning one's actions with a higher purpose. The power of surrender and devotion, acting in alignment with divine will. Krishna's teachings on surrender and devotion have now borne fruit in Arjuna's heart. He has learned that the path of devotion, or bhakti, is the most accessible path to spiritual liberation, as it transcends the limitations of ego, intellect, and attachment. Arjuna's devotion to Krishna has led him to recognize the divine will in every aspect of his life. Krishna reassures Arjuna, "By performing your duties with devotion to me, you transcend the cycle of life and death. You are free from the bonds of karma, for you are acting in harmony with the divine will." This teaching offers Arjuna, and by extension, all of us, a crucial insight into the nature of divine grace. By surrendering to the higher power, performing one's duties with devotion, and acting selflessly, one transcends the limitations of the material world and attains spiritual liberation. The result is not personal gain, but union with the divine and freedom from the cycles of suffering and rebirth. Arjuna is now equipped to approach his task with an unwavering heart and a steady mind. Krishna's presence and guidance offer him the strength to perform his duty, not for personal reward, but as a selfless act of love and devotion to the divine order. Action without attachment, living with equanimity. In this final stage of his spiritual journey, Arjuna is encouraged to practice detachment from the results of his actions. Krishna reminds him that while he must engage in the battle, he should remain detached from both victory and defeat. His actions are to be an offering to the divine, without attachment to their outcome. Krishna says, "Act without attachment, Arjuna. Fight for righteousness, but do not be attached to the fruits of your actions. The wise are not affected by success or failure, for they are rooted in equanimity." This teaching is profound and has far-reaching implications. In our daily lives, we often become attached to the outcomes of our actions. Whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal goals, we tend to define our self-worth by success or failure. However, Krishna teaches that true freedom comes when we perform our duties with complete dedication, without attaching ourselves to the results. The practice of acting without attachment doesn't mean disengagement or apathy. It means that our peace of mind is not tied to external circumstances. We act with full commitment, but we remain free from the anxiety and disappointment that often accompany success or failure. This is the essence of inner peace, the call to courage, embracing duty with love and wisdom. As the battle looms, Krishna calls upon Arjuna to rise above his doubts, fears, and hesitations. The world, Krishna explains, operates in cycles of birth and death, and each person has their role to play in the cosmic drama. Arjuna's role as a warrior is necessary to restore righteousness, dharma, and prevent the forces of unrighteousness from prevailing. By performing his duty, Arjuna will fulfill his purpose and serve the greater good. Krishna urges Arjuna, "It is your duty, Arjuna, to fight in this war. Do not be afraid. Remember that your true self is eternal and beyond the material body. The body will perish, but the soul remains immortal. Do not let fear control your actions. Perform your duty with courage, wisdom, and devotion." These words are a call to action for all of us. Life often presents situations where we are faced with difficult decisions, challenges, or conflicts. Krishna's teachings inspire us to rise above our fears, knowing that our higher purpose transcends the temporary obstacles we encounter. By aligning our actions with the higher truth, we contribute to the restoration of harmony and righteousness in the world. For Arjuna, this moment marks the end of his internal conflict. He understands that while the battle before him is difficult, it is a necessary act for the greater good. By engaging in the fight with a sense of duty and devotion, he is acting in alignment with the divine will. The essence of Dharma, fulfilling one's divine purpose. The final aspect of Krishna's teachings focuses on the concept of Dharma, or divine duty. Each individual is born with a specific role in the world, determined by their nature, abilities, and circumstances. Krishna teaches Arjuna that by fulfilling his Dharma as a warrior, he contributes to the greater good of society and the restoration of justice in the world. Krishna says, "Perform your Dharma, Arjuna, and you will fulfill your role in the cosmic order. By doing so, you will transcend the limitations of the ego and find liberation in this life and beyond." Arjuna's Dharma is not defined by his personal desires, attachments, or ambitions, but by his divine nature as a warrior. By fulfilling his duty with devotion and wisdom, he aligns himself with the cosmic law of righteousness and acts as an instrument of divine will. For all of us, this teaching encourages us to seek clarity about our own Dharma and live in accordance with it. Our personal responsibilities and duties, whether as parents, workers, students, or citizens, are an integral part of the larger cosmic order. When we perform our duties with love, integrity, and wisdom, we align with the divine and contribute to the overall harmony of the world. The final resolution, Arjuna's decision. With Krishna's guidance, Arjuna has undergone a profound transformation. He has moved from confusion and despair to clarity and purpose. His doubts have been dispelled, and his heart is filled with the wisdom and understanding needed to face the challenges ahead. Arjuna now understands that his true self is beyond the temporary distractions of the material world, and he is ready to fulfill his duty as a warrior in service to the greater good. Arjuna says to Krishna, "I will fight, Krishna. I now understand that my duty is to act in alignment with the divine will. I will no longer hesitate or doubt. I surrender my heart to you, and I trust in your guidance. I am ready to perform my duty and fulfill my purpose." This declaration signifies Arjuna's readiness to face the battle, not with fear or hesitation, but with spiritual clarity and devotion. He has transcended his personal attachments and has embraced his role in the divine plan. By surrendering his ego and acting with love and wisdom, Arjuna is now fully aligned with the cosmic order. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.